Incredible greetings. Hello, everyone. Incredible greetings. I am Shakia, the professor of HSINK365. We are the home of the Honestly Speaking brand of products. Honestly Speaking is the home of that 365 degree, 30-second sublimation paper that doesn't require a cover sheet such as butcher paper, parchment paper. Very, very minimal ghosting, and all of that ink gases off onto your substrate. You get beautiful, beautiful results. So if you are someone that is interested in sublimation, whether you have a printer, you can also order prints from us. Visit our website, shop.hsink365.com. We are also the home of Silhouettes Anonymous, where I've been teaching you guys how to master using Silhouette Studio as a graphic designing software for beginners and newbies, to just introduce you to a lot of the standard tools and functions that you'll see in, like, no matter which program you use. I've been doing that for about 9 years. You can check out our many videos, both live and pre-recorded, like thousands of videos on our YouTube channel, Silhouettes Anonymous. And then we have 365 Creative Academy, where we help you to unlock your creativity in a wide variety of trainings. Everything from Silhouette Studio Essentials, Photoshop Essentials, how to design. So we have crash courses in like designing concepts, foundations of designing, business classes, and so much more. Our design challenges right now, depending on when you are watching the playback of this, are very, very popular. All classes come with unlimited playback access, so you can head over to the website and enroll in any of those classes and be able to start enjoying them and learning from them immediately. In this training, we are going to go over how to take a design from Silhouette Studio and open it up in Photoshop. I have several students who started off in Silhouette, and now they want to, start incorporating Photoshop into their designs, but it might be like it's a little bit easier to kind of set it up for them in Silhouette Studio. And then there are others where, because it is recommended to print from Photoshop, where you can use color profiles and things like that, if you are upgrading to a large format printer, whether it's a large format sublimation printer, solvent printer, eco solvent printer, large format pigment ink printer, you're using like that what is that, Epson, is it Edge or Connect or something like that. If you're using those, or if you are someone that wants to submit a DTF, direct to vinyl gang sheet design, these are the steps that you would take. So these steps work for all of those scenarios. But what we're going to do now is just verify the design. When you're new to this, it can be a little scary, like your confidence isn't quite there to know that you set the file up correctly. If you follow the steps at the beginning of this video, once we get into Silhouette Studio, I can guarantee you your design will be the correct size once you open it up in Photoshop. But if you just want to verify and make sure, this is the video to watch and to take notes on, because this is how you're going to verify that from Silhouette to Photoshop. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Welcome in to everyone. Let's go ahead and clear the thumbnail. And we're going to start actually over in Silhouette Studio. So I have my design set up. This question was presented to us by someone who recently purchased the thing's going to come to me. They recently purchased a Epson F570. So that is a 24-inch sublimation printer. So I'm going to set my design page to 24 inches wide. The height, of course, is determined by what I'm going to put on there and, how much space I need for that. But we know for sure that the width is going to be 24 inches if we're using the 24-inch roll of paper. They also have, I think it's like 17 or 11, somewhere in there. They have different size paper. So you want to set that width to whatever size roll you are using. And then your height, of course, will be determined by what all you're putting on there. I would recommend giving yourself at least a 1/2 inch to 1 inch, just to make sure that you're on the page and nothing is cut off. So what I have on screen right now are 4 designs for tumblers. I personally use the size of 9.35 by 8.15 because I use tumblers from Johnson's Plastics Plus. And the tumblers that they're using currently or they're selling, this is the size of it. If you are interested in getting tumblers from Johnson's Plastics Plus, if you use my code 9PKD6, you can receive 15% off of your sublimation blanks. Even if they have a promotion going on and they're offering what seems like a higher percentage on certain items, it will only be on those items. If you put this code in, it's going to take 15% off of your entire cart total. So again, that is 9PKD6. All right. So I have everything set up here. I, just brought in my my logo, the little drip, and I'm going to, oops, come on. No, it was freezing. So I did this earlier, an earlier video. So I already have my sizes. This is just so that once we go over to Photoshop, we know exactly what the sizes should be. So my tumbler template is 9.35 by 8.15. And then the drip icon that I have here is size 2, 3.53 by 6, rounded up 6.3. Once you have your design set up in Silhouette Studio, no matter what, if you're doing for a large format printing, if you're going to do DTF Gang Sheets, we do not save it as a PNG or a JPEG from Silhouette Studio. We do not save it as a PNG or a JPEG. We are going to save this as a PDF, portable document format. It is going to leave it in the true 300 DPI, and it's going to be to the exact size. You're not going to lose any resolution. You're not going to have any type of distortion using portable document format. You do need to have business edition in order to save as a PDF directly from Silhouette Studio, and that background will remain transparent. There are options to save as a PDF. It will still be high resolution. It'll be in 300 DPI. You won't experience any distortion, but it's going to put a white background. It's going to be flattened to basically a JPEG. And that's going to be it's some extra steps you would have to do over in Photoshop. So if you don't have Silhouette Studio's Business Edition, you can visit our website, shop.hsink365.com. Click on the top, the menu at the top where it says Silhouette Studio Business Edition Upgrade, and you can click on that. It'll take you over to a site where you can purchase the business upgrade for a discounted price. All right. So now back over in Silhouette Studio, you're going to go File, Save As, Save to Hard Drive. No matter where you're saving it to, whether it's your Dropbox, your OneDrive, your Google Drive, if you have a cloud storage like a WD My Cloud, you're still going to use hard drive. Hard drive just means that you're going to save it somewhere other than Silhouette's library. All right. Once you have it here, you're going to go to Save As Type and change that to portable document format so that you don't forget to change it. All right. And then we're going to, so I'm going to just click on this one, the title of it, because I've actually already saved this one. So Silhouette to Photoshop Live November 1st. I'm just going to do that one. And I'm going to hit OK. It's going to tell me do I want to replace it? Yes. That's it. It's saved. It's now ready to open up in Photoshop at a high resolution, so 300 DPI. It's sized perfectly, and your background will be transparent. So now we're going to go over to Photoshop. We're going to go File, Open. Mine is not going to give me the option. I'm not sure if it's because right now I'm still on version 2023. Maybe if you open it up in version 2024, you'll see an option for whether or not the background needs to be white or colored or transparent. Make sure that it is set to transparent. Okay, what happened? Where did my Did I hit it? I was talking and now I'm like, okay, what's going on? Okay, there it is. Okay. All right, so that's going to come up. I'm going to click on that PDF and I'm going to go open. So here, it's going to tell me what the exact size is. On that tile in Silhouette Studio, there was, even though it looks white on here because the background is white, technically those are transparent pixels. So the size that's going to open up in Photoshop is not going to be 24 by 19.75 because I don't have my design all the way to the edge. So it is picking up on where there are colored pixels. If I select this whole thing, it is 22.92 by 17.865. If I go back over here to Photoshop, it is 22.919 by 17.865. So it's only picking up on those actual colored filled pixels. Right here, our resolution, 300 pixels per inch. All right. And like I said, I don't have an option to select white or transparent. Mine just comes in that way. If yours shows that option, make sure that you are choosing transparent. It is important that you choose transparent. If you end up choosing white or it's filled, you want to close it out. Do not save it and simply open up that PDF again and make sure that you choose transparent. So I'm going to hit OK. So once we open this up, let me close out my history. I don't need that. I don't need the info there. All right, this file, right? We can move it around. I'm just going to undo. If I go over to properties, or I'm going to just open up my window and I'm going to go to properties. So it's showing me that this is 6,867 by 5,359, right? I'm not seeing it in inches. How to now see your measurements in inches and not pixels. You are going to need to go up to view and then rulers, or Control R, Command R on a Mac to show your rulers. Your rulers will have pixels up there if it was set to pixels. You're going to hover your mouse over that ruler and you're going to right click and select inches. And you're going to see that on the properties, it will change from pixels to inches. So the whole thing is 22.92 inches by 17.86. All right. Now, this is a flattened design. It's only one layer. I'm not going to know the size of each one of those individual elements to know if they are the correct size, like if everything came in correctly. How we're going to verify that is to isolate that element and put it on its own layer so that you can verify the size. We're going to separate it from the rest. I'm going to move this off to the side. How we're going to do that, I'm going to start by duplicating my layer. And I'm going to turn off my original. We want to go over to the marquee tool at the top. It just needs to be the rectangle one. And you're going to make a box around your element. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be right on it. I can be a few pixels over to the left, the right, top, down, bottom. It does not matter. It does not have to be right to the edge because those are transparent areas. It's only going to pick up on the pixels that are filled with color. So we're going to put a box around it. And I'm going to go Control X, Command X on a PC. Oh, make sure that you're on the correct layer. So I'm on the layer that's actually turned off right now. So I'm going to make sure I click on the layer that's on, and I'm going to go Control X, which will get rid of it. Control V. It's going to put it in the center. I'll move it back over here. But now when I click on that layer, right? I'm going to go here. My properties will change. Put this here. And let me zoom in for you guys over here. So I'm going to click on the original one. I've now pulled away. So if I turn this one off, I don't see the drip. All right, I turn my eyeball off. I'm going to click on the one that says layer 1 copy. My transform changed. Well, my size changed back to 92. I mean, 92. Geez, what the heck is wrong with my brain right now? 22.92 by 17.86. If I click on the drip, it becomes 3.53 by 5.63. 5.626 rounded up is 5.63. We're going to do it again with this, with the Tumbler template. So again, I'm going to go to my marquee tool. I'm going to put a box around it. And this is just a really easy way, simple functions for beginners. So we're going to go Control X, Control V. Oh, and so it tells me that there are no pixels there because I'm on the wrong one. You have to make sure. That's the other like little annoying thing about Photoshop. Y'all kind of hear me talk about the things that annoy me. When I want to click on something, I think I'm just like clicking on, or I can see it. I'm putting a box around it. But with Photoshop, you have to make sure that you are on that layer. So I could, I can go, come on, I'm just going to click on it. I'll do it the other way. I don't have to redo my box. I just have to make sure that I now select the layer that is filled with those pixels. Okay. So once I have that, I'm going to go Control X. That goes away. Control V. This layer and the pixels that are here are now 9.35 by 8.15. And that is the size that we set it to. So you don't really have to verify it. If you've set your design page up exactly how you want it to print, you can literally just open it here and then send it to print. You don't have to do anything to it. Now, if you just randomly put your images on the page and so you're like, oh, okay, well, I'll move them around when I get to Photoshop. It's going to come in flattened. You're going to have to separate them to move them around or to even resize it. If you're doing, like let's say if you're doing a gang sheet and you did not set that gang sheet up in all of the sizes in Silhouette Studio, and you just brought the one element over, when you get it over to Photoshop and you need to make them different sizes, you're going to have to isolate that. And then you're going to duplicate that now new layer and then transform it and adjust the size. I know that was probably a mouthful. If you don't know Photoshop, it can seem like a lot. We do have a Photoshop's Essentials to Photoshop, and it really focuses on the tools and functions that most of my audience would need. Like if you're trying to put together different designs, understanding your blend modes, understanding smart objects, understanding text and filling in with color, different properties, your image adjustments, things like that. So it really focuses on that, how to fade things off, how to mask areas, use your content aware fill. So those are the things that you will learn. Now, there's some other things like clone tools and liquify and warping. Those are not essentials to get started. Those are things that you can build too. But our essentials to Photoshop is on our website. You can purchase it. You'll have immediate access to the playbacks. And it goes over all of these essential things to get to start learning Photoshop. We really focus on not just designs, but understanding the tools and functions and how they work. Okay. So yeah, that's how you will verify your design. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. If you are new here, I forgot to say in the beginning, welcome, welcome. And if you are a Silaholic or your Team 365 or an incredible, thank you guys so very much for coming back. Make sure that you guys are getting subscribed, hit the bell and set your notifications to all so that you're notified whenever I drop content or whenever I go live. And as always, hit up the website shop.hsink365.com. That's where you're going to find our incredible sublimation paper and ink. Our ink comes in 140 milliliter bottles. They are keyed for EcoTank printers. Until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.